Hello, has Suppressed Reviews here for today's review, and let's get started. Tron Ares, yeah, I just saw it yesterday actually. Fairly quick with this review, but really there's not much I can really say. But I guess I could start what I think of the previous two films. I'm not counting the TV series or any of the games because I haven't really looked into what I'm counting about the films. So the first, but anyway, the first film, Tron. I love it. I love that original film. It's probably close to actually being within my favorite films of all time. I love it because of I love the look of the film. I love its ideas. I love the creativity, the originality. Even though it's v fairly dated because it was released at the infancy of computers and video games and all that. It still holds up pretty well with how they they handle this world, and I really do enjoy it. I like films that they create a sort of environment where you got to be smart enough to think about it, even though yeah, it could be flawed and not a bit out of date, but you do feel it. I really do get it from the first film. I love it. The second film, Tron Legacy. Um, I know a lot of people really didn't like it, and to be honest, I can see why. But I actually don't mind the Legacy. I actually thought it was okay. Yeah, it's got problems, but for what it is, for a continue for a film, it was probably the first film I've seen for a sequel to a film released way back in the past, and then bringing it back for newer generations. I actually, I actually didn't mind it. I thought it was the first time I saw something like this, and I liked it enough. It had some good stuff in it, it had some great ideas, and yeah, some flawed moments, but whatever. I thought it went well. So along comes this third film, and to be honest, I am grateful that we've got this because not just for another chance of going back into the world of Tron, but the fact also that we get an original live action Disney film that's not a live action remake. So I'm grateful for that. And yeah, it's a not original idea, but I appreciate it. I mean, let's be frank. Outside the Disney live action remakes, what have they released that isn't original or anything connected to Marvel or 20th Century Fox? Just think about that. So be grateful for that. With that said, yeah, I wouldn't call this a perfect film. Like, I can see what they're trying to do with this, but yeah, it's very underwhelming. I mean, the concept is decent, a rival AI from is wants to is created and the creator wants it to become a fully existing entity in the real world, but to get that he needs the source code created by his competitor, and in an attempt to invoke and has no problem wanting to kill his competitor, but the AI decides develops self-awareness and wants to protect the inventor or the CEO to gain create well existence for himself. I like that idea, but yeah, it does get a little bit complicated. I mean, to be frank, this is probably the least complicated story of all the Tron movies. And I can appreciate for it, but there's still some plot holes that show up, more so with the villains, that you wonder how or why they're going into this sort of direction. Like, I don't know, like, I don't get it. Like, some you can understand with certain characters, but others, no, they leave out key details. I have to imagine there's probably some deleted scenes here and there that would answer some questions, but I really don't know. Oh, yeah. Um, um, in terms of the performances, I guess I should start off the big one, Jared Leto. I'm not the biggest hater of him. I mean, yes, some of the stuff he has done in when he's taken on different characters is quite horrific. I mean, I'm well aware. I think what he did during the production of Suicide Squad, it was downright selfish and horrific. But and yeah, even then, I can laugh at how bad Morbius turned out as well. But I'm not the biggest hater of him, and I can see the the good and the good side of his performance when he's acting with his facial expressions, but it's still not perfect when he's actually speaking. I don't know. It's not his performance isn't bad. It's just not good. But I do think he's better than Evan Peters as the rival CEO, who you would think is the main villain, but kind of isn't. Like, I'm not going to go into big spoilers over what happens at the end, but let's just say he gets undermined a little bit, and yeah, I'm kind of wondering how on earth did they, how in the world did that end? I don't know. The ending with him just felt a bit of like a cop out or just a you know reference to the original film and everything. Like I don't know. Um, to be honest, all the actors are either okay to bland. The only one I will give credit to is Jeff Bridges returning as Kevin Flynn. And look, I'm not giving away spoilers. It was advertised mainly that a lot that Bridges would return, and he does well for when we do see him. And yeah, that's really about the best I can get. Speaking, strangely enough, Tron itself, Bruce, I'm trying to, I can't forget the actor who plays Tron in these films. I can't remember his name, but he doesn't show up at all. And look, I know considering Tron's fate in Legacy, but you still have to bring it up. He's an important character to these films. The films are named after this character. At least show it. All right, yeah, you show a bit of the game, but yeah, there's like more of it. Um, yeah, it's obviously clear set that the story and the characters aren't necessarily the best. With that said, there are some good things. Like I appreciate the world, the visuals. It's good. You can still see this is the world of Tron, and when they find, and even going back to a the original world created for the original film is just as good. I mean, when Ares enters the world of the original Tron and looks exactly like it did in the 80s in the original 1982 film, I think it was. It is a welcome sight, and I really do enjoy it. It's great to see, especially. I mean, the original Tron has never. It's funny of the films, science fiction films in that time period. Star Wars, Terminator, Blade Runner. Tron, though, has been referenced and parodied a few times, has never actually been replicated really in any other film. And and that's probably another reason why one of the problems with Legacy is that they went a little bit too far from the design of the original film, though it does still feel like that world. Um, yeah, so it's good to be in it again, and it's so beautiful. And yeah, you could say it's obviously looks dated, but there's no really there's nothing else quite like it, so you can sort of just enjoy that you're back in it, and yeah, it's beautiful and great to see. The soundtrack is good. Trent Reznor and his band Nine Inch Nails did the music for this, and it's good. It really is good. Um, and obviously when you see the action scenes like with the speeder bikes and the hover vehicles and all that, they're good. They're good. But yeah, that's really about it. I mean, there's not much you can really talk about this. It's just sort of whatever. Yeah, whatever. It's not as horrendously awful as Snow White. It's not as forgettable because of how quick, short it is, like Karate Kid Legends. It's probably not even as sort of a. It's probably sort of close to being like Captain America: Brave New World, where it's just there's good, there's bad. It's just very uneven, and I kind of think this is probably worse than Brave New World. I mean, I can give credit where credit is due. The world look, the visuals still look good. The music's great. Not, and as I said, Jared Leto isn't as bad as his reputation has been as his reputation has become. But that's really about it. Like, there's not much you can really else talk about. I don't know. Like, as I said, I'm grateful that Disney has released a new film, and considering what they've been releasing as of late, but I don't know. I still wouldn't call it perfect. Like, I give us a 4.1 out of 10 has stars. There's not really much. Yeah, 4.1, 4.2. Either one of them, I'll probably go 4.2. But I'm just saying, it's very uneven, and um, I don't know what the future will be for Tron. There probably is still a few. Disney probably does have a few future plans for the franchise, but I'll just wait and see what they do. But this film is definitely clearly the worst of the films. I probably should one day look at the show. Probably play more of the games. Yeah, experience more of the franchise. But I'd still say the best film is obviously the original. Yeah. In terms of what's next, you'll just have to wait and see. I've got an idea of what the next film I will see in theaters will be, but I also got maybe a few big review videos planned out in the coming weeks as well. So you just have to wait and see what comes out. But in the meantime, House of Prince Reviews is out, and I shall see you for the next video. Ciao!